welcome back. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. This replay is going to be feature U2501, the German U-boat. I believe the time when this was done by this replay, it was the world damage record, and it might still be today. But the U2501 was of a Type 21 submarine designed by the Kriegsmarine in start of World War II, I think about the early 40s. This version of submarine went on to affect the entire planet, the US, British, and Russians later on. So this design was quite influential into the 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s and 90s on some diesel boats. But let's talk about the 2501 before I get into what she's got for armament. She had a long, illustrious career. She ended up being scuttled in north of Hamburg. She was originally laid down in, I believe, in 1944, April. She was launched in May of 44 and then commissioned in June of 1944. They kind of rushed this. There was a lot of Type 21s built and completed. I think 2 to 4 were actually operational. Just over 100 were completed, and almost 1,000 were being ordered by the Kriegsmarine during World War II. At the time, like I said, she didn't really have an amazing career. It's the design that actually counts for the Type 21. So I want to get into the Type 21. Today, the only living Type 21 is U2540, which is at the Bremerhaven Museum, I believe. And you can go visit it. I've always wanted to go there, but haven't had a chance to. What made this boat amazing is what it could do and what it was just capable of. It was, at the time, give you an example, 6 bow torpedo tubes done stern. At the time that it took in the Type 7 and Type 9C boats to reload 1 tube, she could reload all 6 tubes in under 10 minutes. It was amazing what she could do and how she could dive. She could do upwards of 15.6 knots on the surface and 17.2 knots submerged. I believe she is the first submarine to go faster underwater than above on the surface during World War II. Don't quote me on that. She had a test depth of 787 feet. It's been recorded that submarines of this type have gone down at least 800 feet to test. Like I said, 6 bow tubes. She carried a total of 23 what's called G7 acoustic homing torpedoes, if you want, which are better than the G5 Aaron I mentioned in the U190 video. Or she could carry 17 torpedoes and 12 mines. One of the things about this is the construction of this class of ship. It was modular. It wasn't like the old system where you land on keel and you bring it back up. It was created into what I believe was 13 different modules, and they were all welded together, thus allowing the building time to be cut in half compared to the Type 7s and Type 9Cs. Now let's talk about her for a bit. Watch now as she actually torps. Her sonar, it reloads every 8.3 seconds. That's the ping you're seeing. Her torpedoes, again, is bow tubes, 3x2. So every time you fire, you're going to fire 2 torpedoes for a total of 6. The reload time is base 85 seconds. Excuse me, with the range of 11 kilometers. Speed of these are definitely Swedish IKEA boats. They're 82 knots. And the visibility distance is down to 2.2. Which means your reaction time is about a maximum of 10.31 seconds, or 10 seconds comparing on a boat. That's not a lot of time if you're a battleship. Diving capacity is 470 units, which you can see in the top right-hand or middle right-hand corner what this boat's doing on the surface. You get almost 10 minutes, so you could spend half this match underwater if you wanted to, on a 20-minute match. Now, maximum speed submerged is 31 knots for the game. Detectability range is 5.7 kilometers. And detectability by air is 2.1. At periscope, she's 2.1 kilometers as well. That's a good dodge. As we talked about the last video, the proverbial elephant in the room, the torpedoes are a little OP. There's going to be a new set of torpedoes coming out in the future. First is this type of torpedo where you can do the acoustic. Sorry, the new type coming out won't be acoustic like this. You'll be able to shoot them, they'll be able to go straight, and they'll be able to do what they need to do for damage. The second one is magnetic, which I believe you can actually home in on. However, they only go up and down. You can't get them to turn. So if you want citadels, you want the high powered, you have to be able to actually aim them. I'll have more about that. I'm not 100% sure right now, but I get the impression that's what it's going to be like. There's a dev blog out that I haven't had a chance to fully go through, but they are working on the torpedoes right now. They're definitely a little OP. They make modern day torpedoes like the AdCap look pretty lame. So for consumables, damage control party, 5 seconds action time, reload time 40 seconds. She has the hydrophone, 3 charges base. Detectability of ships, 7 kilometers. Detectability of submarines, 7 kilometers. Intervals between pings is 15 seconds, and the action time is 60 seconds, and a reload time of 90 seconds. She also has a reserve battery unit with 2 charges. Action time is 30 seconds, reload time is 90 seconds. You get an extra 30 seconds, so if you kind of screw up and realize you're about to run out of battery, you can use this and save yourself an extra 30 seconds. Now, another great feature of the Type 21 submarine from the Kriegsmarine was they were dead quiet. There's records of one of them actually being able to sail up to a British cruiser and right at the end of the war in May without being detected. They were amazing boats and only had a crew of 57. I guess the one last thing I'm going to say is about this. As I said, several of the boats at the end of the war were given to Germany itself. Got to keep them. France got one, Russia got 4, UK got one. United States acquired at least 2 of them. And there are some notable wrecks of several Type 21 boats out there. During 1985, it was discovered that partially scrapped remains of U2501, 304, and 3506. They were in the Elben 2 U-boat bunker in Hamburg. Now the bunker has since been filled up with gravel, although even did not take or deter souvenir hunters. They managed to actually measure the positions of where the hatches should be, dug down to them, and removed artifacts. The wrecks now remain below an actual parking lot, making them now inaccessible. U2513 lies in 213 feet of water, or 70 nautical miles off of Key West, Florida. The boat has been visited by divers, but that's specialty diving, so you'll need mixed breather and air. I've only personally done, open water scuba diving, so you're 50 to 100 feet. Not my kind of thing. Then, of course, there are 4 boats that lie off the coast of Northern Ireland. They were sunk in 1946, part of Operation Deadlight. These 2506 and 2511 were found during an actual search between 2001 and 2003. And both were found in remarkable conditions. And actually, recently, in April of 2018, the wreck of U3523 was found just north of Skigen, Denmark. That is not very deep water, so I'm waiting to see if more comes out of that. And as I said earlier, to talk about the influences, the Type 21 design really did influence the Greater Underwater Propulsion Power Program, or GUPPI, improvements to the United States Gato, Baleo, and Tench-class submarines, and the Soviet projects for the Whiskey and Zulu class and Romeo, as they were designated by NATO. And the Chinese built Romeo class submarines, sequentially called the Ming class. These were improved from the original Type 33 class to Type 035, but they were based on Soviet blueprints. This submarine design alone went on to influence a lot of the world for upwards of 30-40 years after the war. As I've always said, the Germans had some of the best equipment and best minds in the world, but not a good boss. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the replay. It was kind of fun to watch and kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to the proverbial nerf in these submarines. They definitely need it. That's a fact. Anyway, like I said, I hope you're doing well, staying safe. I know for me up in Canada here, we're just starting to have winter. Our first snowfall came, so we're getting ready to go back into minus 40 Celsius weather. So anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.